Hey Kentucky! Did you miss me? Welcome to another episode of Katelyn's Kitchen Corner, where we pair Kentucky craft beers with excellent food options that you can make at home. Today we're featuring Blue Stallion Brewing Company's Coconut Key Lime Ruffian, Coconut Key Lime Barrel Aged Russian Imperial Stout. And let me tell you something. It's delicious. We're going to pair this surprisingly light and easy drinking beer. Watch out, it's 10.5%. I love it. With a classic summer treat. Key lime pie. First, we're going to start with our crust. The recipe calls for a pastry crust, but here at Katelyn's Kitchen Corner, we didn't want to do all that cleanup. So instead, we're using a graham cracker crust. You want to start with 1.5 cups of finely ground graham crackers. You can do this in a food processor, or if you don't have a food processor, just put it all in a Ziploc bag and beat it, which is what I used to do. But for Christmas, my younger brother gave me a food processor. Thanks, Tom, which makes everything way easier. To your finely ground graham crackers, you want to add... seriously? We didn't put our phones on silent in here, guys? Oh, it's Grace. Anyway, so to our ground crackers, we want to add 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Delish. And 1/3 cup of sifted confectioner sugar. All right, and then just mix that baby up. Yeah. Okay, that seems like it's kind of starting to get clumpy or crummy. That was bad. So now it's time to put in our pie pan. I've already greased this pie pan with butter. Side note, if you're not using salted butter, I don't know what you're doing. Some recipes you don't, but otherwise, always. Put all of this in your pie pan. All right, here comes the fun part. You want to just mash it. You're just mashing it. And fill all those little nooks and crannies. This is a 9-inch pie pan. And put it in there. Okay, just mash it all up. Here we go. Try to mash it. That's the thing. But again, go for gold. We're going to put this in the 350-degree oven. If you don't want to bake your graham cracker pie crust, that's fine. But if you don't do anything, the filling will make it like disintegrate. So throw it in the fridge and cool it. Here we go. Now we're going to make our filling. You want to start with a can's worth of sweetened condensed milk. And I thought to myself, just put it in a bowl, make it fancy. But now I'm wishing that I would have left it in the can because this kind of looks kind of gross. I don't know. Maybe you can't see it with the bowl being in the way. I don't know. That'd be cool if that were the case. I have no idea. Anyway, then you want to add 1/2 cup of freshly squeezed, this is a big deal to me personally, lime juice, as well as a tablespoon, this is very important, freshly grated lime zest. I don't even know if they sell pre-grated, but don't buy that. Just do the 2 seconds of work for the fresh stuff, okay? It's a big deal. Speaking of, side note, I could not find key limes in Kentucky. You can get a Salt Life decal, but you can't find key limes? What's up with that? Explain that to me. I don't know. And then we're going to do 1/4 tablespoon of salt. I use kosher salt because I felt like it. As well as 2 slightly beaten egg yolks. Save the whites. We're going to use them later. So, right thought the condensed milk looked gross. I guess I'll just use the spatula. That kind of makes more sense, right? Alright, we're gonna mix this bad boy together. This does not look appetizing, but I promise that it's gonna be really good. It kind of looks like a soup. I'm making it worse by talking about it. Okay, continue stirring until you notice that the whole thing starts to thicken, which is a result of the citric acid mixing with the milk. This is a legit little cooking show of mine. I'm the next Alton Brown. Hey, if you find me as a YouTube star, make sure you like and subscribe. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I'd be into it. Alright, I mean, we're pretty much set here. It's pretty good. Remember our graham cracker crust? Of course you do. We just made it like 20 seconds ago. We're going to pour this into that. Some cooking shows just whip out a crust that they made before, like, oh, we're putting ours into the oven, but we've already got one pre-made. Nobody does that, and I don't do that either because I didn't have enough ingredients. So, pour this in here. Can you see? Wow, this doesn't seem like enough filling. Wow, this is not really a whole lot of filling for this amount of crust in the pie pan here. If you like a lot of crust in your pie, this is the one for you. You're gonna love it. It's delicious. I don't know, I'm gonna use my finger here because I'm gonna eat this pie, all of it in one sitting. Now, remember those egg whites we talked about saving? Yeah, you do. We're gonna make a meringue. Alright, so we're ready to make our meringue. And, you know, we used the 2 egg whites from our egg yolks earlier. We're going to throw them in to our bowl here. And then we're going to use the beater. I don't have one of those fancy standing mixers. If you would like to give one to me as a gift, you can drop it off to Blue Stallion Brewing Company at 610 West 3rd Street in Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, you might as well shoot your shot, right? Okay, so get started with this. This is probably going to be kind of loud and I can't really adjust sound on this thing, so here we go. Once you get started, gradually add 2 tablespoons of sugar. So just like this is just straight up granulated sugar. This isn't a confectioner sugar like earlier. You're gonna keep doing this until you get stiff peaks. You can test them as you go. Oh, see how it's like kind of peaking? But they're not stiff. So we're almost there. Just keep going. See? See our little peaks? That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're ready. All right. Put this on this. This beer is so good. I will admit that it is getting me through COVID. Okay. Just, pile it on. Kind of, and we're gonna, even it out later. All right. Smooth it out. Don't worry about it. Like I said, if you're into crust, this is the pie for you, apparently. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have gone up so high on the sides, but you know what? Whatever. Add a little ice cream on top. You got yourself a delicious treat. Smooth that out evenly. Now, you can be fancy and you can do these little like peaks. I obviously want to. Well, I mean, these aren't the best peaks, but you get the point. Now, it's time to put it in the oven. And now, we're gonna put it in the oven, 350 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. I burn myself a lot, so I'm using these. Wow, look at that. Look at all those peaks and valleys. That is a beautiful key lime pie if I ever did see one. Well, I guess it's just a regular lime pie since key limes cannot be found in the state of Kentucky. Regardless, isn't she a beaut? Pairs well with this guy. Hey Kentucky, thanks again for stopping by Katelyn's Kitchen Corner, where we made a delicious summer treat that pairs well with Blue Stallion Brewing Company's Coconut Key Lime Ruffian, Coconut Key Lime Russian Imperial Stout that's barrel-aged too. Make sure you pick yours up from the tap room. Always wear your mask, stay 6 feet away from others, and support your local brewery. Thanks for stopping by, Kentucky. Cheers. Oh, Peaches, I was saying this is not for you, I was saying. Okay. He's a very good boy, and I love you. Oh, thank you very much. Great, very much. Thank you.